probably one of the most incredible first-hand accounts of somebody who was right on the ground at 9/11 that I actually have ever heard. And I'm so grateful that you have been able to come and be our guest speaker today. I mean, clearly you're suffering from 9/11 related illness and you put yourself out there. And I can tell you that that morning I was in the Brooklyn Union building looking from a safe distance at the catastrophe unfolding. And when the first building fell, I told everybody, let's go and go home. And when you were driving up 4th Avenue to go to the Trade Center, I was going the other direction. So, a very brave man, and once again, let's give him a very big round of applause. Now, we are also here today to honor the memory of Vinnie Camastro. The pleasure of speaking to Maria Camastro for an hour about Vinnie and her children and herself, and have all sorts of notes. I haven't organized them very well, but so if I look like I'm jumping around, I am. But the one thing that many people know about Vinnie is that he was an athlete. He was a baseball player. He was a very fast sprinter in track. He always tried to show that he was stronger and faster than his own children. And those boys were intent on showing him that they were better. And so he instilled a real fighting spirit in his children, which is amazing. The wake and the funeral that took place was probably one of the most amazing tributes to somebody that can be given. The wake was so crowded, you couldn't even get in the door unless you were there early. The number of floral arrangements around the room was just incredible. The amazing topics discovered, that were covered in those displays was pretty amazing. I loved the New York Yankees display. I loved the Ford Mustang display. I found out from Maria that Vinnie was part of an antique motors or a car club, and he was the original owner of a 1967 Ford Mustang, which I did not realize but that's pretty incredible. I think it's the one that Efren Zimbalist Jr. drove around when he did the TV show called The FBI. So in any case, he also is owner of a 1973 Alfa Romeo. So he was a pretty diverse guy, but as we know, he was an amazingly religious guy, and he was very, very great family man. The people in his life that, obviously after Maria was his sons Anthony and Frank. Frank is here, so I'm going to go with Frank first here today. Both boys are graduates of Cathedral Prep. They're triple varsity lettermen in basketball, baseball, and soccer. Frank managed in an abbreviated high school career because of COVID to score 1,001 points in basketball. And everybody who knows basketball, they know that making the 1,000-point club is quite incredible. So that's great. And he managed then to get a academic scholarship to the College of Mount St. Vincent, and also to be recruited and play on the basketball team. He was a starter in all of the JV games as a freshman, and as a sophomore, he's the youngest member of the varsity team. So, and he has had playing time, and he scored, and There's a nice picture of him here. I should have blown that up.
You did your homework.
I did my homework. I wanted to check out his stats and his bio. You know, your bio, you didn't elaborate on your bio. You should yeah. Next year, right? Okay, very good. And obviously, Vinny would be extremely proud of both of his children. Anthony, who actually is graduating from Franciscan University next week, I think, had one of the most difficult majors that I know of personally. And he's a mathematical sciences major at the school. Now, I did engineering, and for 2 years I did math classes. When I was finally finished with those and moved on to my major, I was happy to, because the level of intellect you need to have to move up to this higher level is quite incredible. So he also led the way for his younger brother. He managed to be a triple varsity letterman as well as Cathedral Prep. He was able to play both basketball and baseball for a couple of years at Franciscan University. And then ultimately he switched to a club sport, Ultimate Frisbee, for his last year, which he really enjoyed and had a great deal of fun playing. So one of the things about Anthony is that they were worried about where he would go with his math major. I know that a lot of businesses in the world love people who have math majors. And so Vinny did the research to try to help out where he could go with this major. And in doing that research, he determined that Franciscan University had an MBA program, and they told him he would be the perfect student to join, especially because a lot of the supplemental courses he took with his math courses were business related. And therefore he satisfied all the requirements, and he will be starting his MBA in the fall. So, so obviously, Vinny is super proud of them. And to give you an example of how proud Vinny was of his children, he did something that, when I think about it, it's kind of incredible. During their high school, triple athletes, and during the high school, Vinny attended not just every single game of every single sport, but every practice. And that, to me, is just unbelievable. That he was so proud of his kids that, and attended all the time, that he was just such a well-known fixture at Cathedral Prep. So what actually happened here, let me see if I can pull this out quickly, is with Vinny's passing, the team that they were playing with, which I think they called the Average Joes. Yeah, there's like a nickname for them, the Average Joes. They said, the Average Joes lost a key member of our team, Mr. Vincent Camastro. Mr. Camastro attended every game and practice and was always there to bring positivity and even jump in to help, whether it be taking swings or fielding fly balls. Come on, let's hold them here. You guys are in this. To honor Mr. Camastro, the Average Joes will have his chair that he brought to every game sitting next to the dugout for each and every game this season. So they go on this Twitter feed here to, waiting for a paper bag here. Here is his chair. I got a picture of his chair. He would sit there in his comfortable chair, and he would, and they repeat that. And then his famous saying was, "Come on, let's hold them here. You guys are in this." And then someone tried to do what I do once in a while, take pictures of people when they're not looking. So here he is, kind of standing and watching. And so that was pretty incredible. The other thing about Vincent that is actually pretty amazing. He was a very religious guy. He very well known in Windsor Terrace neighborhood. He was born and raised here. He had all of his sacraments here. He's, born in the neighborhood. He's baptized. He had his first Holy Communion, had his confirmation. He, was he married here? He was married here as well. Because Maria moved into the neighborhood, and then And then later on in life, when I guess he retired from his primary job, he got a position over in the diocese headquarters and was just beloved by people over there. And at the Mass, there was actually 2 bishops on the altar because of, Vinny and his presence, with the Catholic Church. But one of the things that Vincent did, which most of us probably can't claim to have done, is he actually wrote a prayer. And that prayer sits in a frame over in the diocese headquarters with a picture of Vinny on it, as well as the prayer that he wrote. So if you bear with me, I'd like to just read his prayer for you to let you know how this man, what his thinking process was. Jesus, Blessed Mother, angels and saints, watch over and protect us. Guard and stay with us always. Take care of all the babies, all the children, all the unborn babies, all of the sick, the dying, the elderly, the poor and disabled, those who are abused or could be abused in any way, shape, or form. Keep us from all controversial and troublesome people. May they be embarrassed to even think of us with anything that could lead us into sin or scandal against your holy name or the Holy Roman Catholic Church. And from all sin and scandal, deliver us and protect us. Have mercy on us, dear Lord. Never leave us. Send down our guardian to watch and protect us and to take us one day into your heavenly kingdom for all eternity, where we will worship and adore you for all eternity and be protected by you for all eternity. We ask this for all our needs through Jesus Christ our Lord, our God, our Savior in heaven. Amen. Amen. Vincent Camastro. So I'd like to give Vinny a big hand for doing that prayer. Okay, so the only thing I didn't show you here was a picture of Anthony running down the court. Nice picture of Anthony on the court. So, in any event, the Knights of Columbus, Council 4783, would like to present Frank Camastro with a certificate and a small college scholarship in special recognition of your academic achievement as an honors student at Cathedral Prep and the College of Mount St. Vincent, along with a career scoring 1,001 points in basketball at Cathedral Prep and earning starting positions on the freshman and varsity basketball teams at Mount St. Vincent. We have a $1,000 check. Just like the shaking hand. Okay. If you hold that.
I do.
Okay.
Very
Very good. Congratulations. have one more scholarship, and this is for Anthony Camastro. Since he is not here, we're going to ask Maria to come up to accept it. But this is in special recognition of Anthony's academic achievement as an honors student in the mathematical sciences at Franciscan University, and his participation in collegiate level and intramural sports of basketball, baseball, and ultimate frisbee. Okay, thank you, Maria. Okay, so we have a couple more things to do here. And Joe, sorry for holding you up here, buddy, but you're the last guy who's gonna get something. So we're keeping you in mind. I had to keep him from leaving. Okay, in any case, last year at this time, we surprised Joan Heaney with some news, and you know, and to show that the Knights are firmly behind her and her insurance appeal, and just behind her and her family, as we should be as Knights of Columbus. So this year I reached out to Joan and said, Joan, you gotta give me an update about your children. Okay, so I know that Patrick has graduated. He is now a productive member of the working society, making money, and that's wonderful. So he's off our payroll. So we're gonna, you know, we're gonna start with Maureen, okay? And Maureen is studying nursing at the University of Scranton, which is a great program. She is on the Dean's List. She has done clinical work in various hospitals in Pennsylvania. This summer, she has been, I guess, awarded a nursing externship at Maimonides Hospital, and will be starting there. And so, Joan's request is to keep it simple. So I'm going to try to honor that, Joan. But I don't always do a good job of listening to women, right, Dana?
Thank you.
She loved you.
So this is for Maureen Heaney. You know, once again, we represent the Knights of Columbus, and even though the parent organization has this issue about Patrick Senior's term policy, we're going to continue to support Joan and her family because we know how expensive college is. Right, Maria?
Sure do.
So she gave me the lowdown yesterday, and it's very expensive to send children to college. I don't know how you young guys are going to do it actually later on. So in special recognition of Maureen Heaney and the academic honors and dean's list that she has achieved over the past 3 years as a nursing major at the University of Scranton, along with the nursing externship that she has received at the Maimonides Hospital, we would like to award her a $1,000 college scholarship. Okay, thank you. You bet. Okay, so next up is Caroline. She always likes this. We're hoping to hear that in a few weeks Caroline's part of another New York City championship softball team. But and they're going to do their best, but they have to beat the #1 team to do it. And I think you may very well do it, given the track record of the athletes in your family. So for Caroline Heaney, in special recognition of the academic honors, she's in the Honor Society, that she has achieved over the past 4 years at Notre Dame High School, along with being named the softball team's most valuable player for 2 consecutive years, and for winning the New York City Catholic High School Softball Championship, we would like to award you a $1,000 scholarship. She is going to Fairfield University in the fall, and it's a beautiful school. But in true fashion, we all college is very expensive. Okay, so last year, Peter Heaney sat here and listened to all the accolades being given to his siblings, and I told him that I was hoping to hear that he was going to, be just as successful. And he didn't take very long to prove that was the case. So maybe what I will do is just read this, so I keep it brief. But Peter, in special recognition of your achievements at Xavier High School, you just started, this is first year, including being chosen as the most valuable player of the freshman football team, earning the Coaches Award for basketball, and for being the #1 freshman in New York State for the javelin throw in Catholic High School track and field, we'd like to offer you $1,000 Okay, so even though, Patrick, we didn't award you a scholarship, I do want to point out something that I had told everybody about a year ago. And it is, I think what I'll do is I'll pass a couple of pictures around to anybody who maybe hasn't seen this. But this is Patrick throwing the javelin in college. He's with St. Francis College. He's throwing the javelin at Stony Brook University. He's literally airborne, okay? Javelin is a full-size Olympic javelin, but the college level does the same weights of things as the Olympics. And so in any event, he has no idea what I have here for him, because I haven't told anybody except one person in this room. And he threw, I think it was like 51.5 meters, which 169 feet, whatever, 169 feet is the actual number. It's the second best distance of a Xavier High School student in the javelin in its 175-year history. So he did extremely well. So last year, what I told everybody was I did research. I said, when would Patrick have qualified for the Olympics? Because of this throw. And what actually happened was I found out that it's very hard to determine how much you have to qualify, but you can look at distances for winners. And there was a list of winners in 1908 where Patrick would have been the second best javelin thrower in the world. And he would have earned a silver medal. And it just so happens that online, this is a solid 2-ounce silver replica of the 1908 silver medal of the 1908 Olympics. And I have most of your gift here today, Patrick. This is the key part of it. So I will let you see that. Don't put it away. Show people. Okay, let's come on over. Come on over. Here it is. I was going to try to do something.
That's nice.
I agree, Anna. Okay, so I was going to try to do it, like a ribbon, make it like a silver medal. But what I ended up doing instead was I ordered this challenge coin display. Like in the military, they have a lot of these. So this is on its way. It'll come during the week sometime. And when it shows up, it fits right in there. And so this will be your thing to commemorate your achievement. people who are going to get some awards. There's only 2 left, and then you can have some heavy drinks at the bar to put up with my talk. So, I took over as Grand Knight from a gentleman who's sitting right here to my right, Alex Warburg. And Alex has never gotten a past Grand Knight medallion from us until now. And Alex was one of the long-lived Grand Knights. And I think he served for maybe 6 years, 7 years?
7 years plus time before that.
There you
So
go.
it's been a long time.
You got
Thank
it,
you.
At the time you were in prison.
How about Joe Cox?
Okay, now, Joe Cox is next. Joe Cox is the predecessor of Grand Knight, for, I believe, for Alex, and is on the list of trustees. So he's one of the key members that helps guide us and and guide important decisions in the council. And fortunately, I learned today that he did not have a trustees medallion, and so I managed to get a trustees medallion as well. And Joe, you don't have to get up unless you want to. I can bring it to you. Okay?
Grandpa,
And
that looks nice.
There you go.
Grandpa, that's a nice color. I like that color, Mike.
Now, it is, it's very nice. I think it's, Joe may be our senior member. He's our only 4th degree, I believe.
Yeah.
No, Father Larry is. Father Larry is. Okay, so they have you guys in the system wrong. You have to fix
You
it.
know, push you.
Okay, there he is. Okay, here we go.
Grandpa, that looks so beautiful. Congratulations.
Okay, so now, I was just about to wrap it up, but it has reminded me that we have a 50-50. Now, who should we ask to mention here? John, could you pick the winner of the 50-50?
Who wants to win?
How much will it cost? Okay, we have one. Oh, this is too good. Maria Camastro. Hey, how much is it? $170. $170. Well, thank you, everyone. It's a wonderful day. Wonderful man here, just like Vincent. And God bless you all. But